Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strike with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And then when I listen, but I told him one more time, your favorite.
Yes, people, welcome to my second show. How you doing? Woo! I hope everybody's ready for my second show today because I'm going to be talking about another serious topic. Following from yesterday's show, last week's show about Mason Greenwood, I'd like to touch on another guy that's facing an R charge. Well, faced it and bust case, to be fair. This guy, Benjamin Mendy. Now, Benjamin Mendy was said to have obviously bust case. He was facing right now though. Actually, sorry, let me start again. Benjamin Mendy is trying to chase millions of pounds of back from Manchester City because he's been owed a lot of money in back pay. Because since he's not been playing, he's not been getting paid. The former Manchester City defender Benjamin Mendy is chasing millions of pounds in back pay from the club and selling his house in an attempt to avoid bankruptcy, the higher court has been told. The HM Revenue Customs is seeking bankruptcy order against the France International over tax debt of nearly 800,000, a specialist judge was told. In the hearing in London on Wednesday, came less than a month after the 29-year-old was cleared of an R charge, an attempted R charge in Chester Crown Court. Now, considering what we went through with Mason Greenwood, I'd consider that we would take some sort of lighter touch with Benjamin Mendy, wouldn't we? I'm not sure. I want to hear what you think, because you know what, with Benjamin Mendy, it seems like, for me, look, we didn't hear anything come out like we heard Mason Greenwood stuff come out. So is it a case of because we didn't hear, we don't then feel that it's necessary to go as deep into his past and into his story as we did with Mason Greenwood's? You know, we felt like we was connected with the Mason Greenwood case because we heard everything that came out on that tape and that video and on the messages that she sent out. But with Benjamin Mendy, everything was kept quiet. And this is the contrast that I want to offer you guys when it comes to this kind of situation, because I feel that we take things lighter when we don't hear the whole story. But now that this guy's actually been cleared, it's not the same case with Mason Greenwood, because Mason Greenwood was actually, the charges were dropped. So nothing was ever actually taken to court. But with Benjamin Mendy, everything was taken to court and this guy was found innocent. How do you feel about this subject? And I want to know what you think. So, you know, let me stop sharing screen at the minute. And let me bring in a guy that I trust will give a decent opinion on this kind of subject, because I need a level head when we're thinking about this kind of thing. Let me welcome in Brush. How you doing, bro?
Yo, big up, Joe.
How you doing, my guy? Listen,
Yeah, I'm alright, man. I'm alright.
About Benjamin Mendy, yeah, he's chasing millions of pounds back from Manchester City at the moment, yeah. Do you feel like he should be paid for the time he's not been playing because he's been found innocent of all charges?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yes. So
obviously, with the severity of the case, like, you know, we live in a day and time, Joe, where, you know, with the socials and the court of public opinion, people are quick to make up their own minds and judge, you know, and especially when it comes to something like this, I think the instinct is for everyone to jump on it, and we don't want to see that kind of behavior in society, in it. So we sort of look through it through a certain lens. So when you are found innocent, you have to move accordingly as well. Obviously, he's been through a lot. At the time, I thought it was justified, you know, them dropping him and whatnot. But that's under the impression that he was guilty. But if he's not, then yeah, he's run him his money, innit?
You see what you said there, though, yeah. Under the impression he was guilty, yeah. You was
Yeah.
happy that you dropped him, but see, isn't it supposed to be innocent until proven guilty?
It should be in theory, but that's not how society works, bro.
I know, and that's the problem right now.
Yeah.
You see me, all right. Look, do you feel like the two situations are the same with Benjamin Mendy and with Mason Greenwood?
I think, like you said, the key difference is that with one, we saw visuals, and that drastically changes opinions and perceptions when you're privy to that. in terms of this, I don't think there's fuel without fire. At the very least, I think he needs to take a long, hard look at himself and reflect on how he conducts himself with women, because this many women won't be coming forward unless you're moving a bit iffy in it. Now
What?
that's not to say that you've done anything wrong in this sense, but you need to like watch how you move, because clearly there's something there. There's a pattern.
I'll be honest, yeah. With the situation, with the Benjamin Mendy situation, I did. Oh my God, this many women. I do believe it was almost like 17 counts of whatever and whatever.
Mad.
And it was like, I'm thinking, really, 17 counts? One of these must stick, right? But look, it's not for me to say. He was found innocent of all charges, so no one can say that he was guilty of anything. Yeah. So, but for me, the reason why I don't feel like the two cases match up is because with Mason Greenwood, the charges were dropped. Yeah. But with Benjamin Mendy,
yeah,
to court, he faced his charges and he was found innocent. Yeah. For me, that's a big difference. Yeah. To the case and why he should be let back on the team, don't you?
I mean, he's already found a new club in it, bro.
I mean, I understand. He's found a new club and it's very million, I do believe.
I think they just disassociated altogether and let his contract run down. I think that's what happened. But he's back in Liga, and I think Lauren. I think someone in the chat can confirm for me. But,
no, it's definitely Lauren. Yeah, something like that. But for me, you know what? He's definitely. For me, it's a different situation when it comes to Benjamin Mendy than when it comes to Mason Greenwood. So when it comes
to most definitely. But I think that's the key difference. And then the other thing, I mean, there were so many defendants in this instance. I don't even know all the details of the case, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know each individual one. But with each individual one, I don't know why it was that it got dropped or whatever. But I mean, like you say, it went to court and it got proven in it one way or the other. So
see, this is the difference, though. See,
you have to respect it.
Discuss with you, yeah, because for me, it's like, is it because certain things didn't come to light that we just take things lighter when it comes to these situations? Because with a lot of these footballers, a lot of the things don't come out. Last week we spoke about
definitely.
Oh, in our own team, yeah, it's close to home. Anthony, our own team, yeah. He also had something similar come out, but we just ignore it because one, we want the footballer to play it because we just lost another one, Greenwood. Because
also, I think it's a case of not wanting to say too much without more information in it. Because certain times when things come out, you have to just say allegedly until you know beyond a reasonable doubt.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Especially with the sensitive. These are all sensitive subjects that we're dealing with right now. I do like to. I'm towing the line a little bit, but I have to. If I have to, because for me,
but it's good though, bro. It's good that you touch on these subjects because you can't just run away from them. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
Like, it deepens everyone's understanding in it. So it's one of those. It's important to have these kind of platforms where people can come on and share their honest opinions, and you don't have to always agree. Like, it's just about sharing opinions and growth.
This is why I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? If anybody's got an opinion, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. So at the moment, look, that was the first subject. I forgot to say that we're actually going to be discussing a few different things on this show. It's not always going to be football related, people, like I said before. And the second subject I'd like to touch on is a guy called Andrew Malkinson. Andrew Malkinson, 1 second, people. Let me try and tell you about this guy. So I'm going to put up this banner on the bottom of the screen. This man spent 17 years in jail for a charge that he did not commit. Now, I don't know how you guys would feel about that, but for me, look, there's a lot of facets to this. Yeah, think about it. If you get sent to jail for something that you didn't do, for one, yes, you might have your family behind you, but when it comes to serious situations like an R charge, what do you think will happen to your family? What do you think will happen to your friends?
And for those that don't know what that is, Joe, break that
down. What, R charge?
Well, because there might be some that join that might not be privy to what that entails.
Spirit, I'm gonna say it. You know what? My channel ain't that big, and if I get demonetized for this, then well, I'll start a new one. But you know what? look, a rape charge. Everybody should be able to talk about these things in the open. It's an adult channel anyway. My channel's for adults. It's not for kids. So look, this guy, Andrew Malkinson, people. Let me see if I can share the screen and see if it will come up.
So he spent 17 years inside for a crime he didn't do, yeah?
Exactly.
And now
17 years.
He's won what? He's won some compensation, which is a measly amount, and they want to take some money out of that as well. Is that
so? Okay, let me just break it down quickly rather than read it all. Let me just say it. Yeah. So basically, this guy, he was put in jail 17 years ago for art charge he did not commit. Some new evidence has come to light recently, letting everybody know that he did. Well, there's another suspect involved, and it seems like he's not the person that did it. Right now, he's been facing compensation of £1 million. Yeah, and the thing is, that is the limit that you can get. Period. On the British justice system when it comes to miscarriages of justice against you. And I only found this out from this story because Andrew can only get the maximum of £1 million, even though it was 17 years. So apparently it says that it's capped at 10 years, and that's the maximum amount of money you can get. Doesn't matter how long you've been in jail. You could have been in jail.
Mad. And Joe, wasn't there another bit where out of the million, they're taking expenses out of it or something as well?
Oh, so yeah, this is so yeah. Okay, maybe I do need to read a little bit, yeah, because this is the actual joke about the situation, bro. Yeah. So let me just read it out a little bit. Yeah, a man locked up for 17 years for a rape charge he did not commit has described the ruling requiring him to cover living costs for his time spent in prison as abhorrent. The UK Justice Minister agreed and scrapped it straight away. Yeah, but the fact that that was there in the first place, my mind's blown.
Madness, absolute madness.
Only last month this thing was scrapped. Yeah, because if you go to jail for something that you didn't do, apparently you have to pay for the time that you was in jail. Right? No. I know a lot of guys that have been to jail, bro. Right? Yeah. I'm telling you right now, they didn't pay no money for the time they spent in jail for when they did the crime. So why, if you don't do the crime, you got to pay money? How does that make any sense?
How does any of that make sense, bro? Madness, absolute madness. Also, utter insult as well. Because listen, first of all, let me say this: no amount of money can make up for lost time. Time is one thing that's it's invaluable, bro. Like tomorrow is not promised to anyone, innit? So for him to spend 17 years inside for something he didn't even do, and because of the context of the kind of crime it was as well, he would have been dealt with a different kind of way in prison.
Bro. Let me tell you one thing right now, yeah?
Not just that, he probably wouldn't have had his family support either, bro. They probably locked him off.
This is what I was getting at, yeah? It's not just the fact that you went to jail and lost the 17 years, Think about what you lost in that time as well, because it's a rape charge. Because I don't know what kind of charge it was, yeah? But let's be real, yeah? I know my family wouldn't stand next to me unless they believed in me and I didn't do it, yeah?
Yeah, but even that though, bro, that takes a very strong-willed person to look into your eyes and believe you against all the other odds. Because there's a lot of people that will be like, yeah, but would you really be inside though if you were innocent? Exactly. Yeah, see what I mean? So yeah, it's a difficult one, Joe.
It was 17 years ago as well, so I don't know how deep the DNA was.
So yeah, like psychologically as well, I can't fathom what he's been through, man.
Yeah, but the reason why it's come up right now is because there's new DNA evidence linking someone else to the crime.
Right.
So the evidence was that.
So if it wasn't even for that, like man would still be locked up, yeah? Mad.
And you're telling me that 17 years.
17 years, bro. Look how much has changed in 17 years, bro. He could have missed out on funerals of loved ones. Yo, mad.
Bro, you don't even know what an electric car is, fam. You get me?
Yeah. That's the other thing, Joe. Listen, ChatGPT would blow.
He's like, what's congestion charge?
Listen, ChatGPT would blow his mind.
Bro, he doesn't. Mad. Listen, so many things happened while he was in jail.
So many things, innit?
While he was in jail. So many things, yeah. He doesn't even know, like, COVID he spent in jail. All that things he spent in jail. Yeah. So for
So,
me,
bro,
it's
he would have went inside what, like 05, 06?
yeah,
Mad,
just bro,
bruh,
things have changed.
bruh,
Many
bruh. Man,
managers
this
have gone.
story was just going to Real Madrid when man went inside.
But look, you know what? Yeah, I don't. This is why I want to
Mad.
touch on the subject. Like I said, my channel is never just going to be about football. Let's be
Mm,
real, man. And this is one of the subjects that got me earlier in this week, and I really want to talk about it. But me, this is something that has to be discussed and definitely brought out into the public a little bit more, because I feel that if this is happening now to this guy he's what, 57 years old, it says, right?
crazy.
Imagine younger guys who don't know how to fight the justice system, like being put in for things that they didn't do, and they get caught in for how long, and when they come out, all they're going to be given is, well, whatever they decide to give you, because not only are they going to say that you're not going to get as much money as you wanted, but on top of that, you're going to owe them money for being in prison.
It's wild,
Yeah,
bro. And not just that, it's not just about the compensation. Like, after you spent so long inside, you probably need to be put on some kind of rehabilitation program so you can, acclimatize back to society, because that's such a big change. He's probably got all kinds of PTSD from spending 17 years with trying to sleep with one eye open. Do you know what I mean? How are you gonna just let him back out into society as well? It's mad.
I
With
said,
no support.
no,
Yeah.
but it's true.
No, honestly, bro, PTSD, man. Yeah, it happens to these guys that go out to war, right? Because they don't understand the significance of what it is until you're actually there witnessing these horrific things.
Mm.
And yeah, like someone like this, like, bro, he had to have been on his P's and Q's 24/7. People would have been looking to attack him.
But not just that though, yeah. Forget about that. But you know what? Because you do have special wings in prisons when you
Mm,
get to jail, yeah. So like, if he was given an art charge and he thought that, and the prison and the guards thought that he'd be a
yeah,
endangered prisoner, they would be put on a
yeah.
special wing. They were
Listen, for this kind of stuff, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, Joe. For this kind of thing, you might get abused by the guard as well, bro.
no, yeah, trust me, guards will
Guards.
let you see. So
Listen, they're probably spitting in his
the
food.
ones there.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, them ones where they accidentally forget to lock the door. Mad things happen, bro.
listen. This is the thing, right? I don't want to
Mm,
be saying anything that goes on in jail. Look, I'm someone that spent a little bit of time in jail when I was younger, right? But never went back. Yeah, one time only. Yeah, it was a one-time special, never going back. Yeah, right. But the things that happen, bro, you see a lot of things happen in jail, fam. And when you
mm,
see certain things, you know how certain things go down. But for me, this man, if he really, well, like I said, well, things have come to light that said that he's obviously not the only person that should be involved in being convicted in this thing, because it says that
mm.
new has come to light that he might not actually be the person that done it, and he's been released. Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna stick that this other person done it. But me, this guy needs more than £1 million for 17 years.
Absolutely, he needs. Yeah.
17
He needs
years.
not only does he need compensation money wise, but yeah, like I said, man, he needs counseling as well. He needs a lot of help.
It's a sad situation still, because man
Very
only
sad.
what,
Very
30,
sad.
I'm at
Yeah.
57. Sure.
Yeah, we hear about it, and these sort of things they're quite common. Obviously over here we don't hear about it too often. I know in America it's a big problem, but their justice system is different anyway because of private prisons and that.
Oh, well, in America, it's a whole different, like, that
Yeah.
we've got cats, cat A, cat B, cat
Hmm.
C when it comes to prisons and stuff, yeah. But
Yeah.
depending on, I don't even know where he was sent
Mm.
and what prison he spent his time in. But you know what? Some of these prisons sometimes, yeah, they can be really, really harsh in England. Like, I mean, compared to America, I don't think it's as bad. Definitely not as
Yeah.
bad as American prisons. Yeah, like if you want to go jail, you want to go jail in in an English jail.
Yeah, because over there they're very flawed. Because I've heard cases over there, bro, where people have spent 25 and 30 years and they've come out and they've been innocent. So it's an absolute madness.
Listen, for me, especially, like, one thing though, the funny thing is, right? I would have said before that our charges in this country actually get too little of a sentence,
Mm.
so they should get more sentence, especially for some of the sentences that I've seen given out over the last 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
especially the higher ups. It always seems to, oh yeah, they're out in 4 years, they're out in 7 years, but they're on some list.
with good behavior and this and that, and yeah,
Makes no sense to me. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
And
bit
you know,
mad. And in terms of that as well, though, I mean, for crimes like this, most definitely hard time is the best. But when we're just talking about prison as a whole and criminality and punishment by way of locking people up, I believe in a slightly different approach, bro.
go on, talk to me.
Like I
It's gonna
believe
be
in rehabilitation where
okay.
it's possible, and we should be giving people opportunities, like because no one comes out the womb wanting to sell drugs or do stupidness. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like,
Agreed.
surely crime is a result of poverty, and if we
Definitely.
look at deprived neighborhoods and places where they take things away, like that's where crime is prevalent. So surely that's what we should be looking at, innit? We should be, investing the money in the right places, man, into the infrastructure, into education. And when I say education, I don't just mean like the book smarts of it, because obviously, if you're book smart, then that's brilliant, that's great. Do you? But there's other opportunities to be had. Like, why are we not encouraging kids to take up a trade, a profession, offering?
You think that England need to adopt for America is the
Yeah,
scholarship programs. Yeah.
yeah,
Scholarship
a lot of that.
forward in England, I do believe, because not everybody's academic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And just because you're not academic doesn't mean you're not smart. Doesn't mean you haven't got something to offer. In
No,
fact, if you learn a trade, you can earn money. Like, if you're a plumber, electrician, they're always in demand.
bro, before I did all this stuff, yeah, I used to do
Mm,
flooring for a guy that was earning bare
yeah,
pay. Yeah? Look,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
done a lot of jobs in my life, innit? Yeah.
mm,
But before I was doing anything, I was doing flooring, yeah. And
yeah.
you can earn peas from just being
Hard graft, but also, yeah. Your knees will be short as you get older, but you can earn money though.
that's why I had to jump out of it. You get me? I had to do something.
Yeah.
All
One
right,
of my
well,
boys did
listen,
that, bro. He used to be a carpet fitter back when carpets were all the rage as well. So he was making hella money. But yeah,
man, it's new days. It's new days. All
yeah,
I'm
it's needed.
anyway. Moving
But
on. I tell you
yeah,
what, yeah. Next
the
thing.
apprenticeships though. I just had to shout out the apprenticeships, man. I think that's an important thing.
Well, listen, I just want to end the show on a good note. Yeah,
Mm.
I want to end on read the bottom.
Bro, I can't read nothing.
Bye
I don't know
bye
where you're.
Maguire. Bye bye Maguire. Yeah, this is what I want to end on. Yeah, this guy Maguire. I'm so glad that we've actually finally made some sort of effort to get this guy out, and West Ham's made some sort of bid, and that we've accepted the bid. Yeah.
Yes.
The
Now my
amazing.
only fear is he doesn't agree terms in it.
Nah, fam, he's that didn't you listen? Sky and all that said the terms are agreed. You've not been watching the shows today. Terms are agreed, fam. He's
I mean,
happy with them.
listen. Until I see him presented, yeah, wearing their shirt. Ah,
You're saying by when? By when will you believe? Next week. I think he'll be gone
no,
by
I'll
next week.
believe it. I'll believe it when it actually happens, innit? I want him like, yeah, paraded around, bro. I want to see him in that West Ham kit, sign the
But
deal and that, sat down on the
season is
desk.
tomorrow. The start of the season is tomorrow, so
Mm,
obviously he's going to be gone by
yeah.
tomorrow.
No,
But
honestly, I do think I'm not expecting anything to go wrong there. Yeah. It's
no,
the best business.
it's
Best business we've done all summer. I think it's good for all parties, man. Because I think it got really toxic as well, and it's never nice. And it's never nice when you're getting booed by your own fans. It happened last summer as well on tour in Australia. It's peak, bro.
look, I think the writing was on the wall from a long time ago anyway, yeah. And we all
Yeah,
knew it. Like, look, I've been singing it from a long time, yeah. Hey, goodbye. He needs to yeah, he needs to leave. I'm not that kind of guy to be like, look, give him more and more chances. The only person right
yeah.
now I'm giving any sort of chance in the team is Sancho. And I already told you on the KG show earlier that I need 10 out
Mm.
of 10 and 10 from him, yeah. 10 assists, 10 goals at least minimum, all competitions, yeah. If he can't deliver that, then it's also time for him to go to I love him, but he needs to go after that if he can't deliver me 10 goals and 10 assists. But on a goodbye to Harry Maguire, I want to say peace out. Thank you for what you've done, which ain't much. A couple of own goals, a couple of fucked up headers. Yeah.
let's not
Yeah.
dive into the history in it. Let's not look at the rap sheet on what
No,
he's
no,
actually
I'm
done
saying
for
my
us, bro.
thank yous for
Let's
you and
just
your goodbyes, isn't it? This
send
is a
him
good
off and wish him luck.
wishing him no. Listen, I wish him as much as he gave us, in it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I ain't want much. Yeah, I was so scared every time that man stepped on the pitch. Yeah, especially last season after Lucha got injured, I was like, oh God, we're gonna see Maguire again. Bro, he has no place in the team, and I hope he realizes that and he takes the offer and
Nah,
goes.
the one thing I will give him, listen, like he was always fit in it. He was always fit and ready. He didn't complain too much either. So I'll give him that. But yeah, stylistically, we moved on. It is what it is. Good luck. Good luck in West Ham.
Why are you being nice for?
Hmm?
Why you being nice?
I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice person.
You being nice?
There's too much hate in the world, bro. Like no,
You
like
know what?
it is what it is, isn't it? Like I just don't get any pleasure out of just telling someone their shit. Like, don't you think they know, bro?
Yes, listen.
Like say
No,
you've had a bad game, yeah. This is why I don't really understand the booing thing. Obviously, I understand that if you pay your ticket, you've got the right to boo and jeer and do whatever in it. You can express yourself. So do
what
you?
country was that in when they booed him?
What's that? Sorry.
What country was they in when they booed him?
Oh, Dublin. Just last week.
Exactly. So
Pre-season.
yeah, bro. How often do we go to Dublin?
Like not that often, isn't it? But
That's what
still,
I'm saying. Yeah,
still. But like no, but it's kind of mad though, isn't it, Joe? Like you're waiting all year, yeah, to get to see your team, and the first thing you do is boo, man. Like,
Yeah, but
for
do you know how hard it is to get a whole crowd to boo one person? You start booing doesn't mean everybody else is going to start booing, you know?
Ah,
In there,
it's
just because
mad.
you say
It's
boo
mad.
doesn't mean the man next to you is going to say boo. But
That is true, but then hive mentality kicks in as well, I suppose. Oh no, man.
Bruv, just because one man boos doesn't mean the
Yeah.
whole crowd will boo, fam. Yeah, look, we've all been there.
No, but this is how like the Mexican wave thing starts, isn't it? One guy stands up, brother, and others stand up, innit?
For me, it's the right decision. Goodbye,
No,
Maguire.
absolutely the right decision. Absolutely the right decision. It's probably overdue, if you ask me. But yeah, I just don't get any pleasure in just yelling at people and telling them their shit when they know. Like, don't you think they know they've been they've
Yeah,
been
but
terrible?
he knows. Do you think if he didn't get that booing though, he would have tried to stay? Do you remember what you were saying? He was trying to say that he was going to try
I
and stay.
mean, listen, you don't think that was just a bit of professionalism? Like, whilst under contract, you kind of have to say the right thing. Like, if we paid attention to what Eric was saying about De Gea, like, we wouldn't have thought he was going to leave the season, you know?
Well, do you know what? For me, bro, honestly, when it comes to this whole De Gea thing, yeah, he was duped. Yeah, he was told one thing, and then Eric Ten Hag just did a whole different thing.
Yeah. I thought it was terrible the way we dealt with the whole thing.
Bro, there was reports that we was going to give him a new contract. We was all assuming he was going to get a new contract. Don't tell me.
Yeah. No, it was wild. I
scratch his head and
again in that situation. I believe we arrived at the right conclusion. I just don't like how we got there.
Agreed. I would have liked to given him a send off. I've said this on every show I've been on so far, right?
Yeah. He's deserving of a testimonial as well, bro.
Definitely, man. He should
held us down when we really didn't deserve it.
And we were shit at a most.
Yeah.
He was the best player in the team for the most consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was our player of the year for what, like 4 or 5 years.
That's what I'm saying about the most consistent player in a shit team. Yeah, like not to say that's a good thing because when your goalkeeper is getting man of the match and
it speaks about the other frailties in the squad.
But you know what? That's what I'm saying. David De Gea still held it down though. Them cat-like reflexes and those stops that he did in the box. People better show some respect for him still. But hope he gets a new job still because it's.
I'm hearing he's linked to Real Madrid, isn't it? So.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, because Courtois picked up an ACL injury. So he's out long term.
Anything when, like you said, about,
and I think it makes sense just because, like, obviously De Gea is from Madrid and he's a free agent, so as a short term.
I hope so. I hope he goes to Real Madrid and look, I just hope that Onana does better than him. And if we come up against Real Madrid in Champions League, we better do better than them. Simple. That's all I'm hoping, innit? Yeah. He better come out. Yeah. He better show them foot skills too. Yeah. But yeah, man. Listen, Brush, thank you so much for joining me.
No worries.
Yeah. Once again, guys, please go and check out the story about Andrew Malkinson, because honestly, 2 things about that story that I really wanted to touch on. The fact that I can't believe that the maximum amount you can get for being imprisoned is £1 million, no matter what the time is. And 2,
when you're wrongly accused as well, 7 times for nonsense.
Yeah, and 2, the fact that they ask you to pay your room and board for being in prison after you've been wrongly in prison. But then,
Yeah, as if they put you up in some 5-star hotel and that. What?
but when you do the crime, you ain't got to pay nothing. That don't make sense.
Mm.
Make it make sense. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. And once again, this has been Truth is Truth, where we're always talking the truth. And next time you come back, I hope hope you all can come and join me for a topical discussion about something else. All right, guys. Peace out. Catch you later.